Hey, I'm Scotty and I'm going to show you how to improve your sketching over 30 days. We're going to focus on the fundamental skills of transferring what you see to the paper. This is sometimes the biggest hurdle for beginners, and I've had a few requests for a practice schedule that you could follow. So all you need today is some old paper or scrap paper and a pen. You'll also need about 15 minutes 4 times a week. So instead of cramming all our practice into one day or one afternoon, we're going to spread this practice over the week. So here's my recommended schedule. Each row is a week, and you can see we've broken it up into 4 tasks. I've got objects as the first task in the week, then buildings and people, and then the 4th task each week is going to be finding your own reference or own subject from your house. Now the reason I have a range of different subjects here is because the brain will learn quicker if you have different challenges through the week. So it's not about learning people or learning objects or buildings. This is about improving your sketching in general. Now you might be asking why I've only got 4 tasks per week and not 7. The reason is I want you to rest between each sketch. So we can see here that I've got a rest about every second day. Now of course you can change this, but if you're doing about 4 a week, that really helps you and makes this whole process sustainable. So we don't want you to burn out, feeling like you have to sketch every day or getting stressed that you missed one. So I'm going to show you now the first week of these tasks to show you the process that I use for practicing. And if you want this schedule, I'm going to post it in my community tab so you can download that too. But if you want the full tutorial where I go through each one of these exercises so you can follow during the week each time, that'll be over on my Patreon, and you can also download all the references there. So task 1, week 1, we're going to be sketching this pepper grinder here. So when I see a subject like this, I have to transfer the proportions to the page correctly. So we're not getting a ruler and saying that's 11.5 centimeters and then doing 11.5 centimeters, because if you see an object that is bigger than your page, you can't draw it in 1-to-1. So we're learning to do the ratios, seeing the shapes and putting them on the page. So what we're going to do is always compare the width to the height. It's just a very simple thing you do straight away, width to the height. You could use your pen like this, with the tip of the pen to your finger, and then you can compare 1, 2, 3. It's approximately 3.5. So that's 1 to 3.5. So on the page, you don't have to make it that same size. You can make it smaller or much bigger. But because this is a quick exercise, we're just going to try and do a few sketches. So I'll only do 1, but you can keep doing some more. Just do about 15 minutes worth of sketching. So if I draw a width here, like that, and I can see that width, and then I go up about that same width, so you can measure it as well. 1, 2, 3.5. Because it's just practice, I'm just going to do that very quickly. That's 1 to 3.5, but it's a different size. So I'm going to go up these sides and sort of create a box around this shape. So we have a rectangle box. And that box is the right proportion for that pepper shaker. So even if you don't get all the shapes in, just try your best here and just try it a few times, and you'll slowly get those shapes looking better and better. I know that top little bit was in that top half there. So you can think about where the dots are if you like. And I'm just going to draw that top and just outline that with your best you can. It can be nice and wobbly. That's the top there. And I'm trying to stay within those 2 dots. Okay. So we have that top shape, and now I'm coming down. Now comparing the next bit, I'm comparing that height to the next section. So it's about the same for the next little bit. And you're building the shapes within the proportions. So you've got another little bit there like that. Now we come all the way down to probably where that dot is there. That first dot. That shape, so going around like that. Trying to stay within the dots. It's all great practice. And now build down those shapes. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then the end bit. So it's not perfect, it's a bit wobbly, but embrace all your mistakes like a warm hug. See how it doesn't really fit there properly. I can just add a few lines if you like, but that's what I'm practicing. So you can do it a few times. You could try different sizes. You could change the width. That's how you can train your brain to see shapes and put them to the page. So do this a few times. Don't go overboard. About 15 minutes. You can do a few here. And that will be your first task done. Now on to task 2 on week 1. We have this door. So once again, I haven't pre-measured these, so I don't really know the proportions yet. So that's why I wanted to show you, because on my other tutorials, I go through the red lines and I will work it out for you. But here, this is just about practicing the hand-eye coordination. So I'm going to show you what I'll do when I first see an object, compare the width, and I turn my fingers. That looks about 1 to 2. So that's a very easy ratio. So we can come over here and you can just put in the width. I'm going to make it a bit smaller, like that. And then we get that width. Put up there and up there. Up the other side, gone quite close to the edge of the page. That's a good ratio. Now let's outline the door. So I'm just going to look at the shapes and I can see that it comes across the top with this nice little detail. And then I'm looking for the bigger shapes. Here it's a bit harder to do the whole shape, so I built them shape by shape. But here you can follow this main border of the door like that. And now we're just going to look at the last shapes and just do our best to get those proportions. I'm just having a guess there, and the more you practice those kind of guessing how much that is, that's where you learn that skill of sketching without so much support of measuring. You're just looking at the image here and you're putting it onto the page. Or if you're sketching something in real life, you're looking at those shapes and comparing them. So it's never going to be perfect, but that's what loose sketching is. And we have this nice step here. See, I'm building in, and then a line right down the middle. And I'm constantly comparing to see if it's the right proportion. There we go. And so you can also add some of the extra details there if you like. Want to spend some extra time, you could even paint. And then the hinges. So I'm going now into the details at the end. So I'm going to leave it there, but that was all about doing the overall shape and then dividing it into those smaller shapes. It's great practice. Do a few more of those and then that'll be task 2 complete. Okay, now we come on to people. So I don't want you to get too caught up in proportions. I do have fundamental tutorials on how to sketch people and measuring them, but this is about, once again, just like these other two, capturing shapes. So in this example, we can't really measure the height to the width, but we can divide up those 3 main shapes that I always look at with people: the head, the torso, and the legs. So just with quick sketching, we're just going to try and do a silhouette here of those 3 shapes. So I'm going to put the height of the person, so that total height in this example, like that. Now, in this person, without thinking about the proportions of a person, from the top of the head to the shirt, and from the shirt to the feet there, that's about halfway where the shirt is. So I'm going to put a dot there. And the head here comes down like that, so that's a lot longer than the head. So now I have some rough proportions there of the shapes. So let's outline the best we can. So first we'll do this head. There's an ear. The hat comes down, so that's the neck. So we have the head there. Now let's go around the shirt. Now this is where you're practicing comparing. So you're comparing the shoulder to the head. So how far you come out is about a head width. And coming down. Now his wrist is about the same as the shirt there, so I'm going to stop it there. And come this way. And there's a bag. So it's a bit messy, so it might need a few goes. And then down, you can see down here the ankles are in line with the right hand side of his head. Like that, and then comes back this way, down to that dot. So I'm just thinking about fitting those shapes within those rough dots that I've put. Comes quite close there. So now that's the practice I want you to do. It's not going to be very accurate, and even I'm not doing it exactly right. So it's just looking at that silhouette, trying to get that silhouette right within those rough proportions, and definitely have a few goes of this. Once you've got those shapes, you can add in just a little bit of the detail here. Always outline the shapes if you can. So this bag, it's really rough. It's the t-shirt sleeve. Just going to add a few details. Okay, so that was fun to do, but I recommend doing a few of those. That's task number 3. Okay, task number 4 of week 1, we're going to find an art tool that's around you. So it could be a pen, a brush, but I've got a water brush pen, so I'm going to put that right there. Now, how would I sketch that? So I always want to think about those proportions. I'll do it across here. So I'll think about the total length. I'm just going to set it to there. So that's a bit shorter than this one. But now I want to divide this up into those different segments. So if I think about that section there and I compare it, oh, it's almost halfway there, maybe a little bit to the right. So I can do that here. And then this section here, how long is the lid? It looks about halfway, maybe a little bit to the left. So that's about halfway there. So now very quickly, I have a few dots to help me base the sketching, and now I can sketch from observation. So let's do that. Let's go start from this end point and draw the water section where it holds the water of the pen. Goes out like that. And then we have this section here. It's a little cylinder shape. And then the end lid tapers in. Can add a bit of shading. So there you go. Very simple sketch of that pen. So I hope you had fun with that and you found something you could sketch. Otherwise you can try and sketch this off the screen as well. So that's how to do my first week of practice. If you want the full version with me going through each one so you can follow along, then that's over on my Patreon membership. It's also got a beginner's course if you want to learn how to use a pen, how to use a brush, and do perspective and all the more complicated things. This is just a really great way to learn to practice. And remember that schedule I'm going to put onto my community post. So if you go to my channel page and then go to community, you can download that schedule. You might be able to see the pictures there, but the full wear photos will be over on my Patreon. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.